Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be showing you how to make a two-way satin bonnet that has ruffles around the edges. This tutorial is a little bit different from the double-sided satin bonnet video that I have on the channel, and I'm also going to be telling you just how to increase your measurement if you want a bigger size of satin bonnet, or a medium size, or even a small size of satin bonnet. So for this cap, I'll be using these two Duchess fabrics in different colors. Duchess is also a satin fabric. Its texture is just a little bit different from the normal satin material we all know. Cut out a squared shape from your fabric depending on how big or small you want your bonnet to be. For this cap, I used 29 inches by 29 inches for the breadth and the length of the square. You can also increase or decrease this measurement as you desire. So you don't have to use the 29 by 29 inches. You can increase it if you want a bigger bonnet. Okay? Then the next thing is to fold your fabric into two, and then you're going to fold it again into two across. So by now you should have 4 layers of fabric. Now we are going to start marking. You want to place the beginning of your measuring tape on the edge of the small square shape, not where you have the open 4 layers. Then measure 13 inches from the edge of the center. Then do the same thing to the right and to the left, and also mark in between to get a complete circle shape. At this point, if you want a bigger bonnet, increase the measurement to like 15, 16 inches, or even if you want a smaller measurement, you can just decrease the measurement. You do not have to use 13 inches, just as I have done in this video rather. And then you adjust your circle and ensure you have a perfect circle, and then we are going to trim it out. I'm going to unravel the circle and show you what I have done. If you do not get a perfect circle like this one, you'd have to do it again, because you won't get a good or a nice bonnet. So this is what it looks like. I went ahead and ironed the circle off camera just to get a nice looking round shape. I also ironed the other fabric as well, measuring 29 by 29 inches. It is in square shape. I ironed it just to get a flat looking square shape to work with. Now fold the second fabric into two, and also fold the round material as well. And then you are going to place the round material. After folding it into two, you place it on the square shape. Now I'm just going to go ahead and cut it round. This helps keep the process of measuring all over again. Don't forget the measurement is 29 by 29 inches. And then this is after cutting, we have a perfectly shaped round circle. Then the next step is to ensure your fabric are facing each other. The right side must face each other. And then now you go ahead and stitch it down with half of an inch, leaving about 2 inches opening, just to be able to drag it out to the other side. Now the 2 inches opening is what I'm trying to mark out. If you're a beginner, you can mark half of an inch round just to be able to follow the guideline. But as for me, I really do not have a problem. I really do not have a problem doing this. So I'm just going to sew it down quickly, leaving out that 2 inches. And then that's the 2 inches opening that we need to use to drag it to the right side. And then I'll start dragging to the right side from the little opening I left. It looks like this when you are done. Now I'm just going to quickly flat iron that off camera. After ironing it, it looks like this. Now I'm going to be sewing a round circle at 1.5 inch. Like I said earlier, if you are a beginner, you can always mark round just to have a guideline to work with. So this is it after sewing down. And don't forget, we still have the 2 inches opening right there. Measure 1/2 inch away from the first round circle you did. So now it's going to be 1 inch from the tip of the bonnet, leaving 1/2 inch in between the old and the new circle. This 1/2 inch is this is the space we are going to be passing the elastic band through. So I also ensure to leave at least 2 inches opening for you to be able to pass your elastic band. So this is it. This is what it looks like after sewing down the second circle, leaving 2 inches out just to be able to pull in the elastic band into the 1/2 inch hole. So now I'm trying to measure out the elastic band. You are going to measure your head circumference. My head circumference is about 22 inches. Then you minus 3 to 4 inches from the 22 inches, depending on how tight you want the elastic to be. So then you are going to use a pin, a safety pin, and then you pin it to the edge of the elastic band, and then you poke it through the 2 inches opening, and then you are going to drag it through the 1/2 inch opening you left in the middle. Then the other edge of the elastic band, we are just going to pin it down to the outer layer of the fabric, just so we don't drag it with the other side of the band. So then when you are done, you pass it around and then you come out on the other side, remove the pin, and then you can decide to just tie the elastic band, but as for me, I'm just going to go ahead and run it over on the sewing machine just to secure it perfectly. And then this is after running it over on the sewing machine, and then we have a perfectly shaped bonnet. But we are not done yet. We still have the 2 inches opening left. We have 2 different 2 inches opening. So then I'm just going to close the center one with the sewing machine. If you have found this video helpful, do not forget to subscribe, like, and share this video to your loved ones. And then this is the center one. Then we have one last 2 inches opening to close. To close this up, I'm just going to be using the Invinsible and stitch method just to have that clean finish. So you need thread and needle, just the exact thread you use for making the bonnet, and also a needle. The needle must not be a C needle like this one. You can use the straight needle. I ironed the seam where the opening is, and I also ensure to tie a knot at the end of my thread. Bring the needle up through one of the ironed edges so the knot is hidden. And then you're going to go to the opposite side and slide the needle through the top of the fold and pick up a little bit of fabric. Then go directly across to the other side and repeat just the same thing. All you need to do is to pick up the fabric vertically. Repeat this a couple of times more and until you get to the end of the seam or opening. Then at this point, the thread should look like the rungs on a ladder. Then by the time you get to the edge of the seam, you are just going to pull the thread, then the stitches will disappear totally. Now we are going to make it disappear just like so. Just pull the thread and then the stitches will disappear. Now I'm just going to secure the edge of my seam just by poking the needle through the fabric and then turning the thread round like twice, and then secure it and cut off the excess thread, and that is it. Now this is what our satin bonnet looks like. Please remember that you can achieve a bigger satin bonnet. You can achieve a smaller one depending on whatever size you want. Just add to your measurement and then you'd get whatever size you want. So that was the inner side, and this is the other side. You can use this fabric, why do I keep saying fabric? You can use this bonnet however you want. You can use the blue side or the green side. So thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in my next one. Bye for now.